Here are 7 signs you are a great driver. What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna talk about 7 signs that make a driver great. Before getting into this video, I did want to say thank you guys for all the support. We just passed 100 subscribers, which I previously mentioned in our last video, and we're only growing from here. We're road to 150 subscribers and let's keep it pushing. So we're gonna move on to the number 7 spot, and this sign is gonna be overall how good of control people have on their car. What I mean by this is pretty much how good of control you have in a car you just newly sat in. It has been said by multiple people that if you're a good driver, you should be able to control a car as well as your own car in just about 5 minutes of driving it. Getting used to a new car very quickly in about like 5 to 6 minutes shouldn't be that hard if you are a good driver. Good drivers are meant to know their space between distances and just all of that. Pretty much there isn't really much to go over this because it's not that complicated. You get into a car, you drive good, that means you're a good driver. If you get into a car and you can't get used to it in like 5-6 minutes, that means you have a little bit of work to do. Now let's move on to our number 6 position, and that's gonna be how well you can regain control of your car. And yes, I know this sounds a bit similar to our last one, so now this doesn't really have to do with our last point whatsoever. Either way, it sounds similar, and you can't get that good at drifting a car you just sat in. But what I mean by this is, let's say you're in rain and your back tire starts spinning and you start losing control. It matters how well you could gain control back, whether you'll hit gas, brake, or just normally hydroplane and let go of everything. If a person can overall bring a car back after it loses traction, they must be a great driver and they must know inch to inch how their car drives. Anyways, moving on to our number 5 spot, let's talk about something extremely obvious, and that's using blinkers. I'm looking at you, BMW owners. Blinkers are absolutely vital while driving, and if you don't use it, that doesn't mean you're a good driver. If anything, that means you're a horrible driver. Not using blinkers can really make it inconvenient, and if anything, make it very dangerous while driving. Blinkers are meant to communicate with driver to drivers on the road, and if you don't use it, you're just gonna confuse people, cut people up. And for example, let's say you're in an intersection and the car is making a left and you're supposed to make a left as well and you don't have your blinkers on, you're wasting that car's time. If you guys are old enough to drive, you guys definitely know what I'm talking about because it's definitely happened to everyone. Now moving on to our number 4 spot, this is gonna be something that includes me as well, and that's driving stick shift. And not to toot my own horn, but if you drive stick shift, you have a 90% chance that you're probably gonna be a great driver. Whether that means track, back roads, or even streets, you're gonna be a great driver, and the reason being is because you're a lot more focused in. Pretty much what I'm saying is if you drive stick, you feel your car better and you're much more focused whenever you're just driving. Because while driving stick, you need to know when to downshift, upshift, go into neutral, and just all that stuff. Now moving into our number 3 spot, let's talk about checking your blind sides and how vital that could be to being a good driver. When talking about being a good driver, it doesn't mean going crazy on the track or back roads. It can have a huge part about being safe. And without checking your blind spots, you're not safe whatsoever. Yes, I know there's some cars that have those things on the mirror that say there's a car in your blind spot, but you should always double check and just make sure there's a car there. Pretty much this is probably the simplest thing on our list, but most important, because checking a blind spot can really save lives, and I know for a fact it saved me by a few crashes. Now moving on to our number 2 spot, let's talk about moving with traffic. Once again, this includes track, back roads, or even the streets. Moving with traffic is extremely important. Yes, there are some times where you can't go as fast as other people, and if you see that, you should always give people space. I'm sorry to say this, but it has to be one of my greatest pet peeves whenever I'm driving 70, 75 in the left lane and I just see someone driving 60 in front of me. Anyways, let's pass all that tangent and let's just talk about pretty much what this is. Being able to drive with the motion of traffic really shows how you know your surroundings very well, and you know how to drive and how quick to drive as well. This number 2 spot also links to our number 1 spot, and that being a calm driver. Yes, it's that simple to be a good driver. As long as you're calm, you should be fine and you'll always drive nice. And I'm not saying calm as if like you're turned off and you're sleeping and all that. I'm talking about just chilling, driving, and not getting annoyed if someone cuts you off, not driving dumb and drifting every corner you have, and pretty much just driving with everyone's pace and not being a burden to anyone. But that pretty much wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. We're so close to 150 subscribers, and then from there 200. I just can't believe it. It's just a big shock. I can't. But I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I love making every single one of these videos. We're soon gonna tune the WRX, so stay tuned for that. The video should come out in like a week or two because I'm shipping in all the access ports and just parts and all that, and that's gonna be a pretty cool video as well. But if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, leave a comment down below what you guys would like to see next, and I appreciate all your guys' love and support. Let's keep going. We're the best. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.